What up? What up? It's Alex, the fantasy football hustler, back at you.
Nelson Tynes here as well, coming through ya.
Hey, Bogard, Scott, Freedom.
Captain Spaulding coming.
Gross.
Coming, what? You got to finish
Big
that
pause.
sentence now. You got to finish.
Big pause.
You got to finish that.
Last time on Silver Screen Breakdown.
Ooh, the people that we are following, it is all bad for them. So first they get a flat tire, then they end up in the house. They finally get their tire fixed after the most awkward dinner and show ever. But Otis cuts them off right as they were going out the exit. Otis cuts them off, and now they're all captured. It is all bad. The sheriff and deputy or whoever, two lawmen, they now went to Spaulding's spot. They figured out where everybody's going, and now they are on the way.
They'll save the day.
But that does not matter. It is all bad. It is all bad for these people. I'm not sure what I always get them confused. The two ladies in here, but
Mary?
one of them,
Apart.
yeah, one of them
say-
is
I want to say Mary's the main one, the daughter, but I'm not too sure.
Is she
Well,
the
which is
one
which?
who's
Like,
chained up and they
can't
put
tell.
makeup on her downstairs, and then Tiny came down with like some cereal?
Yes,
Or
yes,
whatever.
that's the daughter.
Yeah.
Tiny was
Yeah.
funny in that scene because he just unties her like, oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
she's
She gets
essentially,
away. Oh, that can't be that easy. She's not getting away that easy.
for the sake of it, we'll say that that's Mary, and she's the final girl, who's also the daughter of the father who's with the sheriffs and the deputy, the
Sounds
sheriff and
good.
deputy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what was like, I don't know. I think Tiny just wanted some excitement. That was like a little bit of excitement, because even when Otis looked at him after he takes her, and now she's not on the bed. Now she gets thrown into I don't even know what the heck it is, just some room or whatever, and then she gets
Hold up,
jumped
I want to talk about Tiny eating
Yeah.
a bowl of cereal this whole time though,
Yeah.
because it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
He's like slurping, and he's like all huge and disfigured, and it's just like, and she's like, please let me go, and he's like, it's like a weird, like she's begging, and he's kind of just like eating the cereal, kind of like, what, like let you go like this, okay, here you go. And then he just keeps eating the cereal, and she's like, I'm just gonna go now, I'm just gonna go home.
I'm like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying
And
it.
it gets real calm, like, I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna jump scare. I love that.
Man.
See, he sets you up, nicely, because you're not really expecting it, because this is his first film. It's not his style. You don't know, you're not accustomed to his style really of how he's trying to do some of these things, but it's usually somebody behind, very Texas Chainsaw Massacre-esque, somebody behind a door that swings open, and then they cut it short, loud noises, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie really makes me feel like makes me feel like it's a combination of Saw, Hostel. Have you seen Hostel?
Yeah.
Right, with the gore aspect, you mean, like that?
Yeah,
That-
and then I was gonna add another one. I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street
On Elm
mixed
Street.
together.
So, yeah, to me, it has like the prosthetics and stuff with a little bit like that Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street vibe,
Yeah.
right? And the darkness and the colors, right? But it also gives me that Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe with the family aspect and the way they invite you in and trap you, and then they have like a whole secret other stuff going on, with the whole thing.
They're almost nice, right? They're almost there.
Yeah, and also like, what is it? Hills Have Eyes, kind of. Also, I guess not necessarily like the
I
theme,
didn't
but
see
like
that one again. The Hills of I remember when that came out.
Ugh.
It was like mid '80s or something, late '80s.
Yeah, that original, and then the remake was also pretty intense.
Oh, the remake. I should watch the remake then.
Yeah, you should watch the remake if you haven't seen that one. I've seen both of them. They're pretty good, pretty damn good, both of those.
Is it the same
Poster.
director? By the way,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
which
I'd have
one's
to look it
better,
up.
the older one or the new one?
I saw the new one first, so that I'd probably be a little more inclined to like it. But I really enjoyed the old one. Not gonna lie, and I love the original movie poster and the way that the production on that. That's like top notch. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like, if I could buy, I don't put stuff up other than my own art, but if I put other things up, that poster would be one of those. The Hills Have Eyes. Boom. House of a Thousand Corpses is also a great movie poster. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. It's pretty intense.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's like a face and it's like bloody. It's like it has House of a Thousand Corpses in real big block red lettering. And then you can see the house on the bottom, like underneath the words, just real small.
And we know there's just like people like all over the place because after she tries to run and Otis, like he throws her in that little room, like 3 people like jump on top of her. There's like all underneath, like, I don't know, different covers or blankets like there. And and then it just cuts to what's his name? Or actually, no, before it cuts to Jerry, the 2 lawmen, they uncover their car. So I mean they towed it out to, I don't know, kind of just like the middle of nowhere is what it looks like. But the lawmen stumble upon it, and they call it. They're getting ready to call it in, and but then they cut back to the house. You don't get anything revealed there yet, and it's Jerry and Baby, and Baby comes in one of the cheerleader outfits and gives them a little trivia. What'd you think about that, Nelson? You remember the trivia at all?
It was gory.
Well, so she asked him a question.
There was like three or 4 of them, right?
Yeah, and I think they were just they were easy questions, but everything literally could have been anything though. And I mean, any answer, and no matter what, it was going to be wrong. First, she like cuts off his hair, shoves it in his mouth.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
And then it was, here's your last chance. I'll let you go. Who is my favorite actress?
And that's when he guesses Marilyn Monroe.
And she even like thinks about it. No, it's this person.
It's Betty Page, I think is what she said.
There you go.
Right? I think that's who she said.
I don't remember who she said.
I think she may have said, it's Betty Page.
And proceeds to scalp him.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, ah! And you can see it like from the back. Real nice. She's pulling, like, it looks like almost like carpet. Like, you know, when you rip out carpet.
Yeah. And
her technique down.
Yeah,
what's that, Bogey?
She had her technique down.
I can't hear.
Yeah. Turn your mic up a little bit, Bogey. Just
I can't hear you. Turn my headphones up.
She had her technique down.
There you go.
Yeah.
And now they cut back to the 2 lawmen, and they're like loading up the car to about to be towed away. And they find some keys as they're looking within the seat. And the keys open the trunk, and they see a mutilated cheerleader body in there.
Yep.
It was naked. It was naked, right?
Yeah, she had something carved into her body. I forgot what it said.
Yeah. It was I don't even know if we could read it.
No, maybe you couldn't make it out. Maybe that's why.
Let's see.
Deputy Naish is the guy's name, but that guy Walton Goggins, he looks redneck as heck.
Hell yeah.
You ain't lying.
I think it says trick or treat.
Ah, okay. Yep, that sounds good. That makes sense.
Yeah, because it is Halloween. Like when they first got to the house, that was All Hallows Eve or whatever, Halloween Eve.
It was the 30th, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was the wrong house to knock on, bro.
Why is Lionel Richie credited in this as appearing in this movie?
Yeah.
What? Gotta look into this.
I don't think I saw one black person in this movie.
I was gonna say.
Lionel Richie ain't been black since the Commodores.
Maybe they just used the song or something.
Well, you know why there's no black people in this movie? Because black people aren't traveling to these areas.
Hell no.
Yeah. All the black people in Texas stay in Houston and Dallas.
There was a black person?
Well, predominantly Houston.
There was one where it was almost like he was like making a music video or something. It was like a weird like cutaway. I can't remember. I don't know if it was they were watching it on TV or something, because at random times they're like watching TV. As we get a little closer, because I got it going in the background right now to keep us on pace. When we get there, I'll bring it back up. Because right now we're in the spot where now they tow the car, and her dad like wants to be like a part of this, so he comes to link up with these guys like right before. They still don't know where to go at this point, because really he gave them a map to find the car, like, which is kind of wild. He didn't give them a map to where they were going.
Yeah.
He gave them the directions of
find
where
the
the
car.
car was going to be.
Well, I mean, and they're not too far off, right, from where the car is in relation to the house.
Probably not.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you're like the deputy and sheriff of this small town, wouldn't you like be aware of like where which house is around? Like, oh, let's go check out, the
Firefly
the ditch woods or the Fireflies.
Well, they pretty much said that they were going to go check out, some of the houses. I don't know. I think they said just on the outskirts of town. So they know like the places where they don't normally go, they're about to go. And Serge says the old man yelling, "This is hell." Yeah, the old man was crazy. Like when Otis, when him and the old man were in the room, the old man just eating like, I don't know. Yeah, it just looks gross every time they're like eating. They're just like
right before the cops show up.
Yeah, right before the cops show up. And the old man is like, "Let me show you some driving. Put me in one of those cars." And Otis just talks shit. Old man, shut the hell up.
I swear I've seen that one cop play a cop in another movie. Because he looked like that.
Wydale.
Same actor.
Total typecast, right? I mean, even that, like, they're like, we need a redneck looking motherfucker to play the cop. Like, boom. You know what I mean?
That guy could be that guy looks like he could play a preacher also for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
One of those television evangelists.
Yeah. His teeth are real white, and he's like, yeah, and he has a southern accent, so I don't know.
So not Wydell, but the other one. He was in The Hateful Eight. I mean, that's another movie that I could remember him from.
That's kind of cool how Rob Zombie's kind of like he's in that universe underneath Tarantino, because he rubs elbows with like the Rodriguez's and even a lot of the actors like this. That's in Hateful Eight too.
Yeah.
The guild of the folk that they use.
Yeah. And we're pretty much to the part where like everything's about to start going down now, because now the cops they actually make it to their house, and they see him like outside, and they bring it up the Mama Firefly before they even come up and knock on the door. See the cops outside. And Otis, here, just take this gun, play it real cool, like.
I go out back, do what I always do, take care of everything.
Take care of everything. And the grandpa's like just a piece of shit, just flips him off. That's it.
Because you know what I'm saying, they're like, they don't want all the fun then. You know what I mean? They're like, God damn it, we've got to take care of these cops now.
Yeah,
we're about to have a good old Texas standoff. Shootout, really, not even a standoff.
And Mama Firefly's just being way too nice, like at the door. I'll tell you anything you want, sugar. And
she doesn't want to let him in, though.
Well, not at first, but I mean, he asked like what 3 times, and then
and then he's like, "It'll be real quick, ma'am."
All right. And I mean, it's just they're while the other 2 guys are just looking around in the back, they stumble upon some random things. And then he goes inside when they find some big shed in the back or something with like a lock on it, and they bust that lock off. And
it's not a good sign.
Oh, man, this is where the film slows down. The shots are kind of juxtaposed. You get some like cross fading, real slow. With some of the scenes, things are in slow motion. You see the things being mouthed, but you don't really hear stuff, and then the music starts to come on, and we get a nice little I don't know what you call this. I guess it's like I don't know. It's like,
yeah, not a montage, but like that's the first thing that I think of.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to say that also.
Hold on,
my
kids are on me. My bad, I keep leaving them. I'll be right.
But it's not a montage really. But like they slow it down, you know. It's like a little.
Yeah, and
I guess it's a montage.
Seems like it,
Let's go with the montage. Yes.
Yeah, we'll go with montage.
Serge says badass shot when they open the door, and then bam, all the tortured victims. I mean, yeah, some are dead. You see the one in front. I mean, it's all in slow motion, but it's like screaming, "Get me that fuck out of here!" Like something. That's what I assume that she's screaming.
I'm pretty sure it's like, help.
Yeah. They're both just freaked the fuck out, like just like insanely freaked the fuck out. And one of the dudes, Naish, fucking starts throwing up and shit. Because like, man, it is a gory
there's like
scene.
One's chained up in the front, you know, most of these girls are stripped down, boobs hanging out, cut at the neck, cut at the arms, gashed up in places. You know, most of them are dead.
Insane. And then so they like right before
body count's like what, 6 now. Let's say it's 4 cheerleaders and the 2 guys in the beginning, and there's 1 cheerleader alive maybe.
Yep. And then I mean right before what's his name, before Otis comes out, he screams on the walkie-talkie. It's it's really crazy how it like works out, because he's screaming it in like super slow motion on the walkie-talkie.
Right back.
But then when he hears it on the walkie-talkie on the other end of it, it's like everything's in fast motion still. So he's like, "Why do?" But then you hear it, "Why do?" And then it goes in slow motion. Pulls out the gun. Blasts him.
Mama Firefly blasts him like right in the neck, like.
She knew it was gonna happen.
While he's on the walkie-talkie.
She knew it was gonna happen. Didn't know when. She saw the moment. Blasted him, and then the chick's dad starts running away. Catches multiple shots in the back from Otis.
Those are the slow motion, big old blood popping shots. Overly dramatic.
He was hitting with a big joint though.
Yeah.
It's the cop killers or something.
And this is when like seeing Otis outside like in the sun. I mean, he's super pale. It's crazy. He's got the super long fucking mutton chops, like hella long. And
mutton chops.
It's like the longest, like it's so long that I almost think it's like worth timing. Like when Naish is looking at him and he's telling him what to do. And like, it's so long. He's telling him to get on his knees. And like, that takes like a long ass time for him to get on his knees. And then he like puts the gun up to his head. And like, it's in super slow motion, but it seems like it takes forever. It seems like it takes like a minute. And like, I wonder how long it actually was like in real time. Cause he probably made him sit there for like a long time with that gun to his head right before eventually he just blasts him.
They get a kick out of that part. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably something that like, you know, if there's ever some kind of fix they get, it's probably from like the fear of a person before they take their life. So he's just like indulging in it.
Yeah.
The power.
And he says it, you know, like somewhere in there, like, I am the boogeyman.
Yeah.
You heard the boogeyman? It's real. And I am him.
Mm-hmm.
Such a dark character. And I mean, it's he only gets crazier. And he only gets crazier as time goes on and they get to the ceremonies. And yeah, sir, that's right where we're at. The Red Hot Pussy Liquor Store. He said, sign me up. And man, like what a freak that guy is who works there. And they're getting a whole bunch
song. The song is the Red Hot Pussy Liquor song.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. And
I was telling Hustler that I used to have that song burned on a CD because I used to listen to a whole bunch of rock joint. Go figures, right? back in high school. I was like a real metalhead.
Nice.
But that one was on a CD for sure. And like I'd be driving around and like it'd start moaning like all crazy and be like, damn, like with my windows down, bouncing that shit.
Oh man, but yeah, like it's wild. Like, so I mean, they're getting like holy water or something, and she was like, oh yeah, he's like getting fucked up and doing fucked up shit.
Yeah, I like to get fucked up too. Oh yeah, I bet you do.
I like Alex's imitations. You're funny, man. You sound like them. You just don't look like them. You do all these imitations, but
so
yeah, those girlfriends were funny though. And then the girl, what's that line she said? Sometimes you just got to kill someone who deserves to be killed.
Yeah.
She was kind of cute though. I know.
Oh yeah.
That's Rob Zombie's wife in real life.
Oh, really?
Sheri Moon Zombie.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's always the leads in his movies, at least all the ones in this series, and then in Halloween, she's in the first and the second one.
I saw a joint. I remember it vaguely. It was called 31. That was another Rob Zombie joint.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was in that shit too.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
That one was really twisted. It was like real comic booky, campy horror shit type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get that money. Better throw her in there. And she's a good actress. She's crazy. I mean, she plays this crazy chick like very, very well.
Very well.
Probably not far off from the real life version.
I like when she's wearing those chaps. Was she wearing chaps?
Yeah, that was a nice view we got. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that. It was nice.
Yeah, I mean,
you almost forget how psychotic she is. And you're like, she's kind of hot right there.
Well, crazy is like the time we see her like where we actually see her, full frontal. She's like making out with the skeleton, and the skeleton, like she grabs her hand, like skeleton's hand, puts it on her boobs.
Yeah.
That's like Rob Zombie's like home movies. He's like, I'll just take some.
Right? That was just a Tuesday night zombie house.
I don't know anything about this Rob Zombie guy, but I've
heard
of the name.
His brother was a singer also. I think he passed away. I think he was like the lead singer for Powerman 5000. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Rob Zombie's brother. I'll clear that up. It's one of those bands.
But he's I think what in 85 they dropped their first joint, the White Zombie Band. And then
Rob Zombie's brother, his name is Spider One. More about Spider One.
Spider
Michael
One?
David.
Yeah, where are they from? They're from Boston for real?
No, hold on. Michael David Cummings, better known as Spider One, American singer.
And actually, so their first studio album said it came out in 98.
Yeah, Powerman 5000.
No,
Rob Zombie, because Rob Zombie, I know he went solo at one point, like in the mid 90s.
Oh, okay, so this could be the group.
Yeah, it could be White Zombie.
Hellbilly Deluxe.
Hellbilly Deluxe is Rob Zombie by himself, 98. That was his first like solo album, the one I was talking about before.
Okay.
But he was with White Zombie before. They had Thunder. What was it called? Thunderstruck 55. 1950. 55, yeah.
55. You said 55.
Yeah, I did.
Gotta do it.
I know the deal, Bogey. I know it.
Well, wait, you could take a clip from that song too. In 1950, 55, yeah. Rob Zombie, good stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, his brother is the lead singer and founder of Powerman 5000. I don't know if you guys remember that early 2000s, late 90s, like power rock kind of. I don't even know what kind of
kind of like
is.
I remember them. They were like a 80s style rock band.
Yeah, like it was kind of like if you redid
they were like
some
big. They were like the big bear.
They redid the techno stuff. They're kind of like Static X in a sense, also, but it was kind of more.
Never mind. I'm totally thinking of somebody else then.
Yeah, Powerman 5000 had. Like,
I'm thinking of Korn, man.
No, yeah, you're right, Korn.
Because I just thought of another guy with dreads.
Surge, Powerman 5000 has a bunch of other hits, I'm sure, but I can't name them. So yeah, you're probably right. One hit wonders.
I think Korn, aren't they Latino? Korn?
So no, Jonathan Davis is. I don't think he's Latino.
Who's the one guy? He's got
dookie
with those eyes.
No, that's
he's got lots. I think. I don't know.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? The lead's he's a Hispanic dude.
Anthony
No, I'm
Kiedis?
talking about
No,
Corn.
I don't think
He's just a really tanned.
Yeah, he's
That
just
looks
Southern,
Native
he's just
American.
California tan guy.
Because he's
No,
like from Jersey, isn't he? Like originally,
who?
the dude, the Red Hot Chili Peppers dude, like New York or something.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was from
I
California.
knew he blew up in Cali, but like,
Which guy? You talking about Anthony Kiedis?
Anthony Kiedis, yeah.
I don't know where he's from. I just know him because I ran into him a couple of times in Malibu. Actually, you tried my ice cream one time.
nice.
He was
Really?
waiting in line to try my ice cream. I don't know if he liked it or not, but
Yeah,
he tried
he's
a couple of my
Rob,
things.
Rob Zombie's from Massachusetts, or he was born in Massachusetts.
Okay, yeah,
So
because
you got that part right.
I remember when he was on Rogan, he was talking about like, I just didn't give a fuck growing up, and then when I moved to New York, I'm like, oh, this is a city where everyone doesn't give a fuck.
This is all the new metal
Zombie?
genre.
Yeah.
Now that I remember, this is the new metal, which is Korn, like Limp Bizkit, Rob Zombie, Power Man 5000,
like the Kid Rock,
Static
Kid Rock
X.
resurgence.
I don't know if Kid Rock's new metal.
No, but he was part of that resurgence though, where
He
they
was
did,
part
like,
of that.
rap rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I guess you could throw in what's the one? Linkin Park. You could kind of throw them in the mix too.
See, so
kinda-
White
Oh, that was
White
my
Zombie.
band. I used to love those guys.
Yeah, White Zombie was formed in 1985, which was the first band he was with out of New York.
Yeah, see, he went to New York and he was like, "Oh, this is where it's at."
Yeah.
Yeah, he said like the punk scene was like fucking. That's what the draw was to go to New York. Like, there's this shit going on there.
And it's funny because Jonathan Davis, the lead singer of Korn, his brother is the lead singer of edema or whatever the name of that. What's that blood condition? How do you pronounce that? Anyways,
Anemic?
no, I just said it was like edema or something like that. Anyways,
Okay.
Edema, that's like water in the ankles.
Back to the house. How about that?
There you go.
No.
Yeah,
So they go get all they hit up the liquor store so they can get all their booze and everything, and now they're partying. They got everybody tied up in like the middle of like the living room or something. And then man, we get a crazy ass scene where we get the dad who has come back, but it's not the dad, it's just the dad's skin. Oh man. The daughter, like, I mean, it looks like it is. I mean, at first, I think she thinks it is the dad, and then Otis like leans in and tries to tongue kiss her, and then reveals himself that it is just the skin, and oh man, everybody is freaked the fuck out.
They're like, "God damn it, Jerry!"
You can kind of tell it was just the skin before that, though. Before he took it off.
Well, I mean,
it looked pretty loose to me from the beginning.
I think it was just that. I think that reaction was for the movie, right? Because, I mean,
yeah, maybe there was a glimmer of hope that she hoped it was actually her dad, not just someone wearing, a dad suit.
Oh man,
her dad suit.
Speaking of dads, I had to get up because my daughter just got back from the homecoming game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep. Nice and early. That's all that matters.
Now they're about to go perform some ritual. We don't even know what the hell it is, but we just see they're walking out into the middle of nowhere. They all got their like most of them are wearing white. It's like all the girls are wearing white, but all the dudes are wearing black.
This is my favorite part. This is where we turn it on now, baby. Like the movie kind of switches to another level here. You're like, what the hell is going on now?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but this just looks like some crazy satanic ritual out in the middle of nowhere. And everyone, the girls are having fun. Mama Firefly and Baby, they're all dancing and this is like,
Otis's face makeup's dope as hell. He's like looks creepy as heck. He looks like some sort of like I don't know, undead priest or something like that leading the way.
Yeah, and we have no idea what's gonna happen. You see some kind of like coffin. They're pulling it up out of like somewhere. You have no idea where it's coming out of.
Pull the system out of the ground.
It's time to get in
for some hillbillies. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like a coffin pulley system that goes into into the ground, deep into the ground.
And it's time to get in. They don't want to, but yeah, they're forced in. And
I think they stab one of them They stabbed another cheerleaders. Like, oh, you don't want to get in? Is that what happens there, or did I skip too far forward?
When was that? I don't, man.
Because wasn't there like 3 of them in rabbit suits? And he's like, run, rabbit. Oh, no, we haven't gotten there. But there's like 3 of them in rabbit suits, and I think they stabbed one of them.
Yeah. So this is So that jumping ahead a tiny little bit. It's like they don't want to get in, and then like Mama Firefly, she's like getting into like old boy's face, like trying to be real nice.
Oh, yeah. Tries to like make out with him.
Yeah. And then whoever it is, I don't even know if they ever say the dude's name, but I mean, he just picks him up and throws him in there. And then one of the chicks runs. That's what happens there. And and he's like about to shoot her, but then nope. Let's just have a little bit more fun with it.
Of course.
Cat and mouse.
Yeah, baby loves it. She loves this whole game.
She just starts doing her maniacal laugh even more. Or however it goes. She's really good at that, though.
Yeah, she's really good at it. Yeah, because she is real freaky, and like just in the beginning when we don't know what she is, it's like just sounds real ditzy, and then we know how crazy she is, and then it's just like it's still ditzy, but it's so evil at the same time.
Yeah, maniacal laugh.
Yeah, she is fucking crazy. She is really insane.
Yeah, it's that meter, like the hotness and the insanity level. Which way is this? Like, it's just like they correspond with each other. So like the hotter they get, the more insane they are.
For sure. And she takes the cake, like definitely. Like man,
fun to watch from afar.
For sure. Don't get too close.
Exactly.
And so she chases her down, chases her all the way down
to the grave, huh?
Yep, stabs her, and then we have another kill under their belts.
That's the thing with these zombie movies. Well, that zombie movie, I don't know his other movies, but he goes against the grain of what you think is going to happen. What usually happens, he does the opposite.
Yeah,
no, usually they're going to get away.
Or usually there's like some buildup, right? Like, and then like you're like it doesn't come, and then they give it to you, right?
Right.
With him, it's like there's a bunch of buildup or whatever, and then there's more buildup or whatever, and then it's like, oh, nothing happens. And then it's like nothing's happening, and then it's like, boom, somebody's dead. Shit, the hell?
Yeah. Left field, man. Left field.
Yeah, left field. But he does do a lot of that. Like there's a lot of buildup, or it's not even buildup. It's just like a lot of stuff that you get bombarded with, like visuals and gore and music, and you're like, what's going on? Like we don't even like it's not a jump scare or like one of those things where like something builds to a point of tension. It's just like you're just getting bombarded with all this stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable. And then he gives you a scare later on when you don't expect anything at all, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing if we do another one, or I can always pull one up to see what his he created his own genre of horror flicks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part. And I don't know if
it's an animated
genre, but yeah, definitely doing things a little bit different than others.
Unorthodox.
Yeah, well, like if you listen to Hellbilly Deluxe, a lot of it's very theatrical as well, like the way the album's put together. And then the music videos themselves are also kind of like telling a story. And of course, his wife is in a lot of the videos. And these are back in the early 2000. I don't know when that album was released, but the early 2000s or whatever. So probably around this time or before. Actually, that album was released in the late 90s. So I guess all that stuff building up to this was kind of similar stuff, but it was more PG-13 because it's an album that he's selling to people. Yeah. But like the concepts are all there. Hold on, my dog is just howling. Be right back.
So after the demise of who was that? Denise, I think, we cut back to the grave, and now both of them are in there. The 2 remaining pieces, who's that? Jerry and what the heck is her name? Mary. And they're being lowered down. We have no idea where they're being lowered down. They're just being lowered down into somewhere. We see there's a little moat, and the top gets covered, back, and they're just left like underneath there. And then they
What's like? I thought she was lowered down with a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry.
I think you said
Jerry and,
Mary.
yeah, Jerry and Mary.
Oh, okay. I heard
Yeah.
you wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, one guy, one girl in there in their rabbit suits. And
Yeah, you're a little furry. You're like furries, huh?
yeah. And we just see the different people like coming out of nowhere, and they're just ripping the thing, ripping that coffin to shreds. And man,
Yeah, what were those things?
I don't know. I just feel like they're just the people that were like that have been in there and been trapped by them as well.
Staying in that water.
What's your take on that, Peacock?
On
like when they get lowered down into I don't know, the cellar. I don't even know what it is.
The abyss.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
get all
underground tunnel?
you get all those things in there that are attacking the coffin. What do you think those things are?
Oh, that's that goes back to the, if you pay attention to the legend of Dr. Satan, that's all the mentally not all their people that Dr. Satan was experimenting on. So I think that's what those things are. The legend has it that he was trying to, what was he doing?
Doctor who? What was you call him?
Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan.
Oh, Satan.
Yeah, Satan. Satanas. So Dr. Satan supposedly like operated or experimented on like the mentally challenged or the mentally ill, because people don't care about them and the neglect and whatever, and he would like perform these surgeries and they get all freaked out.
My bad, y'all. I got a dip because this one will not let me do the show.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I remember her.
Okay, you
No
the
problem,
man.
Bogart.
Show. Peace.
Appreciate you,
All right,
bro.
Bo,
I'll be watching. I'll probably jump back to do a rating, but yeah, I gotta leave there.
Sounds good.
All right.
No worries. We understand how that goes. But yeah, I think that's what those all those things are down there. It's like either failed projects or experiments or current, or maybe like even people in waiting or things in waiting that he was going to experiment on or keep experimenting on. So that's what I believe those things are.
Yeah. And man, I mean, then we get it was so when they first went out there, Otis didn't have all the makeup on. But it was
I was remembering it wrong, sorry.
But this then he comes back out with all the makeup and everything on, and it's like now they're performing like the ritual. They bring now they actually have like a dead person that they bring out there. And yeah, I mean it's such a freaky scene. Like what was your thoughts when you saw everything going down, Nelson? All this the whole satanic ritual or whatever you call whatever this is.
I have to see that again too. So I remember for some reason this different scenes stick out more because when she chased her down and killed her, and then she comes back, and then they're carrying it, right? Otis is carrying on with the rest of the killings, right? There was that one scene where I think it was Jerry was hooked up to that chair. The guy that was like a surgeon or something, or like a dentist.
Yeah, that's like
that was
that's a little later. Yeah, that's
like right after this. Yeah, I mean,
he's
pretty much
all tied up to that thing.
Yeah, it comes down. Yeah, that comes down. So that guy who's like a dentist, that's Dr. Satan, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's where we're at right now because now they're
right.
Yeah, now they're showing them underneath, like exploring this area.
Yeah, so she goes in and she's like exploring, trying to find Jerry. She pulls up into that situation. You see Dr. Satan, and he has like he looks all jacked, like freaked out, like he's like skin and bones. Basically, he's down there. Kind of looks like a mutated Otis, and he has like a mask on, and he's like surgically whatever, and he has like this Doc Ock apparatus going on. It looks like he has 4 arms, and he's like injecting and cutting and stuff into Jerry, who's like there in the operating table like chair. He's like picking at his brain, or I don't know what he's doing with him. Obviously, Jerry looks gone. Mary, or whatever the character's name is, she freaks out, right? And she just turns and runs, I think, from the scene there. And when she turns around, or before she turns and runs, there's like this sentinel type, like an enforcer He looks like a Dr. Satan on steroids, who's like, after her or whatever. So you get this really, after you stumble upon this scene and you're watching this, right, you get this sense of fear. She's like, okay, like, she's kind of free or whatever. And then she rolls into that and she's like, oh shoot, you've reached the end. There's nowhere to go. Like she needs to turn and get out of there. And so it's like, okay, maybe she can get out of there and turn around and book it. And then she runs into this dude who's after her, and you get that anxiety, that fear. Is she going to make it? That thing's chasing after her. I think he's wielding like a giant axe or something. I'm not even sure what type of weapon he has.
That's like the devil-looking guy, right? He was red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Had a red skull.
Yeah, I was like all tripped out. Like basically like stuff that you'd see from like an alien movie mixed with like the characters from Doom, the video game. I don't know. That's what those things reminded me of, maybe.
Definitely Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because every time someone's about to be killed there, they always go into slow motion. And I feel like that's how it's been working here.
Yeah, and the Dr. Satan, like, and the prosthetics and all that stuff, it gives me like an alien vibe, is what that Geiger, the artist who worked on a lot of those things in those movies. I think that's what the like the look kind of gives me. But I know it's a lot of skulls and stuff too, so anything with skulls will probably look similar. But really, really gruesome looking makeup and stuff, the special effects, I guess, or makeup effects that they did.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
A lot
going on there. And like, what do you think those guys were eating? Were they eating Jerry?
They were all eating. Think about it.
I don't know.
Think about it. Yeah, I didn't think about it. Maybe, right? Ugh.
They were all eating something and really smacking their lips and everything. And that was like the first thing that I thought. Are they like cutting pieces off of them and they're just eating them right now?
I didn't even think about that. I just thought they were being gross,
It's like Tiny. When Tiny was eating, I was wondering what cereal that was.
Yeah,
they show it. It's some fake cereal for sure. I wonder if that's like in multiple Rob Zombie movies.
Could be, or like a commercial.
He was putting it on his chin. He wasn't even eating.
Yeah, it was dripping. It was like dripping down. So gross. Because he's all burned wearing that mask and stuff. He's disfigured.
And we get a little, and then so she takes off, and then he the enforcer, I don't even know, Dr. Satan, chases after.
That sounds good.
We get little cutbacks up there to Otis, everything of what's going on. I mean, they lit something on fire. I don't even know what the big some big symbol that they had, and they lit a bunch of stuff on fire. And whatever ritual they're doing, it is all going down. And the Dr. Satan's enforcer, he kind of messes a lot of things up right here. Because going after Mary, and he's gonna get her with something, but she ducks, and he hit some pillar or something, and it just brings the house down. Brings the entire house down.
She gives him the old Barry Sanders juke.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Well, yeah, it's like a huge whatever it was. By the time he swings it, I think most people who are amped up with all that adrenaline at that point would be able to get out of the way of that. But he ends up taking down like a post. It's like supporting this whole underground tunnel area that they're at or whatever.
Yeah.
And collapses.
That's where you see the extent of the horror that family has committed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those catacombs or whatever they are.
This is the whole movie. You're like, man, this has been just like a couple of killings. Like, why would they call it a house of 1,000 corpses?
Yeah.
And then we find out.
Yeah, like that's the room. That's like the final room where you go after all the torture happens, and then the final torture where it happens.
Yep. Crazy.
Dr. Satan still there. You go look for him. Jerry got to meet him. You got to meet him in person.
Yeah, 1-on-1, mano y mano.
Yeah, they didn't find the tree, but he found Dr. Satan himself.
I'm wondering, isn't that I guess when they go out towards the ritual area where they're burning stuff, was there a tree in the background? I had it on in the background earlier today for like just the audio rewatch while I was doing stuff, but I wasn't watching. But I did see this movie a hell of a lot when I was, younger.
I feel like they were like at the tree.
right? That's what I want to say.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly how it was though. And
I gotta go back and rewatch that part.
So Mary comes to or whatever. And this is definitely Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, for sure. This ending. Yeah.
Breaks through something. I mean, this looks like a bunch of brush once he makes it all the way up there. All fucked up. Walking.
All cut up.
All staggered.
Bloody, doesn't know up from down.
Yep.
Trying to fuck from shit, as Otis would say.
trying to find the road or something. Finds the road. Who's driving? Captain Spaulding. Wow, familiar face. I mean, damn, girl, what the hell happened to you? He's like, everyone's been looking for you. And yeah, she
gets in.
She thinks she's safe. I mean, she lays back like, oh my gosh.
And he's like, that's it. You just don't worry. That's it. That's it. She passes out.
And then we see Otis.
I knew she was.
His head up.
Gets up out of the back seat. Just stares her down.
Because, yeah, we had no idea that they were in cahoots at this point. You know, I mean, it's a small town, and you would almost assume that.
Well, I did assume that they did know each other. I assumed that. That's why I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
About Buddy Boy.
That he's the paw. Oh, man.
Yeah, Captain Spaulding's shirts are the best. Yeah, at the end, I think he has a burger, and it says, eat me. I don't know if that's the right shirt. I know he has one of those shirts at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Serge. And, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just not even really a cliffhanger or anything, because like really the last couple seconds that we see is her in like Dr. Satan's lair or whatever, and that's just really how the movie ends. Nobody gets out alive. No.
Yeah, she comes to again, and she's back in the chair, and it's like, you know, that red room with the red light. Everything's fucking red in there. Just she's strapped to the dentist chair, I guess, or whatever, like Nelson referred to it as.
And this broke all the rules, huh, Nelson? Because not one of the bad guys died.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not one of them.
Damn.
And all the other ones, all the other protagonists died. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, dude. Not a single one of them died.
It's pretty wild.
Wow.
That's definitely bucking the system right there.
They didn't even get injured. Not a single one of them.
No.
Like, not even in the slightest.
They did whatever they wanted the entire time.
Well, if you think about it, right? Most of these, like in real life, I know it gets all dark here, but in real life, like most of these serial killers or serial murderers or whatever, like that's what happens. They get away with it for who knows, right? Forever.
Years
some of them,
right?
yeah. Some of them never get caught. Some of them stop or die or whatever it is. And so it's just there could be normal people, or they could be normal. In this case, it could be normal. Your normal hillbilly neighbors or whatever.
A gas station attendant.
Yeah.
Gas station chicken shop.
The fried chicken clown. Who would suspect him?
Yeah, he loved chicken.
The fried chicken clown with the horror ride. With the Dr. Satan ride. Nobody would ever suspect him.
Yeah, I thought that horror ride was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was badass. I'm pretty sure there was some real corpses up in there.
Yeah, I thought they would have clued in on them by then.
Yeah, they're leaving all the clues there. I wonder if the other guy, the short dude, his friend who was clogging up the toilet in the beginning, Captain Spaulding's friend, I wonder if he was in on everything.
I've seen him in movies before.
You seen that guy? Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I can't picture him, but I see.
He was in Austin Powers, if no?
He was?
No. I was thinking of somebody else. Sorry. I was trying to come back and picture this dude, and another actor popped in my head.
Oh.
But
unfortunately.
Yeah, Serge said small towns creep me out, put me on alert. So thanks to these type of movies. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Nelson. If you were ever traveling around and you were driving through some small town and you saw at a gas station that they had like a horror murder ride, would you ride it?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, I'll pass on the murder ride.
That was a little like a little too much for me.
I've seen too many horror movies to like be all inquiring about that kind of shit if I'm ever at a place. You know,
right?
I'll stand from afar and not talk, you know, and then be like, let's get out of here. Okay.
And what place would actually have that? Really?
Keep your head on a swivel. Well, there's some real small towns that I've driven through that have horror places, right? But they have like a small taxidermy shop, and you're like, oh, I don't want to go in there. But like, you know, they have them.
Taxidermy.
That's freaking weird.
Places where there was like known serial killers, like famous serial killers or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of little small towns that you drive through in Texas that are known for, you know, little things like, or you hear things or whatever, but you know, or there's some that are just ghost towns as well. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You can drive.
You live in Texas, right?
Yeah, I live in Texas.
Yeah, I've never been to Texas. I listened to this podcast called Expanded Perspective. These two Texans, they talk about, you know, anything from the paranormal to glitches in the Matrix and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
We'll have to write into them. Send them one of my stories.
Hell yeah. All right.
My friends swear they saw Chupacabra once, but that's for another time.
They saw what?
That Chupacabra.
Oh man.
Oh, that dog thing or whatever it is.
That eats it sucks goat's blood. It's like a goat vampire or something. Yeah, but like I said, that's for another time.
All right. Let's get down to ratings. And Peacock, how about you go first? So we
a freaking 10. I was just joking. Sorry, go do the ratings.
So the way that we do the ratings, you buy it. That is you love it. 5-day rental, you really, really like it. 2-day rental, you kind of like it. Same day rental, big thumbs down for that one. That's how we rate it. Go ahead, Peacock.
Yeah, this is a movie that I actually had on DVD, so it's a buy for me. It's one of those, not renting it, I'm making the purchase because it's I've seen it a bunch of times. I hadn't seen it probably in like the last, since I had kids. So how old's my daughter? Like 13, 14. So I hadn't seen it in a while, but I rewatched it again today, and it was like, oh yeah, you know, it was great. I forgot Rainn Wilson was in it. I was like, oh yeah, dude, Fish Boy. So good
Fish
stuff.
Boy. Oh yeah, they put him into a Fish Boy, didn't they?
Yeah, they taxidermy him into a Fish
Boy. He sliced up Jerry. Didn't Jerry turn into a Fish Boy?
No. It's Bill. The Otis turned Bill into a Fish Boy. Yeah, but see, like that stuff like that. And Otis is classic. Some of his lines are just great. The mom, like he's my favorite. Him and Captain Spaulding are my two favorite characters in the movie. And just some funny, cool stuff happens. Like there is a little bit of humor, but at the same time, it's like because it's over the top gore. The electronic the electric guitar or with like the heavy riff, like every time there was like something coming out or like something creepy gonna happen. Love that vibe. It was just different, you know what I mean? So a lot of different things that happened. It introduced me to Rob Zombie as a filmmaker. And I saw a couple of his other movies. I like the horror genre a lot, obviously. So it was a buy for me. And like I said, saw it at my apartment back in probably like 2004, as soon as I was out of high school. And kept watching it and had to get it on DVD. And back then it was like, we didn't have cable. I didn't have a lot of money. So it was like ride around and go to people's houses with my laptop and like a small collection of movies that we were probably going to watch that night and hook it up to a TV or whatever, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, or watch it off the laptop and be like chilling, drinking, whatever it was going to be. Right. But that's how my DVD collection started growing during that time when I didn't have cable and I was living in an apartment trying to save money. I go to the $5 bins. And you know, you find a lot of good horror movies.
Hell yeah! And Bogard said, "I actually own this joint at one time, so definitely stay on." Okay, be a buy.
Same. I had it as well.
Surge, he said it's a buy, and that's part of my collection.
Yeah, I had 13 Ghosts and like the whole Nightmare on Elm Street DVD box set that my buddy like gave away because he didn't have a DVD player anymore and he was moving away for college. So I took that on and when I married my wife, she's like, "What are you gonna do with all this crap?" And we just basically gave it all away at a garage sale. Didn't even sell them for anything.
Yeah, that's her nice way of saying you better get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, I kept my Scarface and like a couple of other ones, but like now I don't even know where they are. They're probably like away in storage somewhere. Oh well.
All right, Nelson. What about you? What are you giving this one for a rating?
Yeah, I was wavering between the 2 and the 5. I liked it, but like I didn't know what it was. So it was odd, and it's odd and unpredictable at the same time. I like that. So there's more things I liked about it, but it wasn't like a buy for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
the rewatch
what I
factor
like, I think I will give it a 5-star because or 5-day rental because I like what Zombie's doing. It's not Hollywoody, and you don't expect I didn't expect the cops to get killed so easily. To be honest with you, I thought they were going to do some damage and uncover it, and then I didn't think the father's going to get killed too. Saving Private Ryan father.
Yeah.
So I like that going against the Hollywood grain.
Yeah, he drops your heart with those. I feel like you're like, okay, this is when the heroes should kind of step up, and instead he just like, this is real life, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So I give him huge props for creating his own genre like that. So I'm sure his other films are probably similar scenarios, right, or a similar style.
Yeah, I mean the next movie, Rejects. Yeah, that's the next one that he did is a sequel to this one.
Okay. What's the name of that?
Devil's Rejects.
Oh, you should have let him on and said like a house of 1,001 corpses.
Yeah, Devil's Rejects. I like that one better than this one. This one, it's not a buy for me. It's a 5-day for me. I never actually owned this one. I did own the Devil's Rejects though.
I was gonna say I had them both because I got this one and I liked it, and then the next one was like even better. So
yeah, so 5-day rental for me.
Yeah,
barely made the cut from a 2 to a 5.
Nice. Yeah, really good movie.
Yeah, what's up?
Really solid. Rob Zombie, he's the man, and this kind of started it all off. And that's why we did this one. Bring it all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, at the times that these movies were coming out, they were it was just the turn of the millennium. Y2K had just hit 2000s. So like they were trying to bring it back because not a lot of stuff was done in the 90s other than I think like the Scream and the I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of stuff, right? So taking it back to that 80s stuff that we missed, but not being so obvious,
right?
Kind of giving us some new things to enjoy, and in his own unique way, I think, because I don't think anybody else really kind of does it this way still to this day. Like it's not very. You can tell when it's a Rob Zombie joint.
And even with the Devil's Rejects specifically, like it's following them. It's following the Captain Spaulding, Otis, and Baby. Following those three. It's not following, anyone else. And they're like, just like the bad guys in it. Like we get to follow the psychopath story.
Yeah, they're the focus, which is cool. They're the heroes, basically. You want to see if they make it out alive.
Yeah. Insane. All right. Well, there we have it. Wrapping up House of 1,000 Corpses. We're wrapping up Halloween month, and we're finishing it off with Scream 1. So we're taking it all the way back. 1996, the original.
Just the one. Yeah, it's good. We're just doing the one. We'll focus on the first one.
Yeah, it deserves it. It's the best one by far out of those three. So yeah, we need to spend a whole episode on that one.
Yeah. I went into that movie thinking, yeah, this is a Drew Barrymore joint.
Yeah. Yeah, not so much. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. She's on the cover, bro.
Yeah. I mean, she was really
that wig on.
Nobody else was like famous like her. Like Nev Campbell. She wasn't Nev Campbell yet.
Nope.
Yeah, true.
Courtney Cox, maybe.
Gonna be a good one. Crazy amount of Easter eggs.
David Arquette.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So that's going to be next Friday. We always do the live shows on Friday for everyone who is listening to this in audio form. And you just go subscribe to the Silver Screen Breakdowns YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, and every Friday. And yeah, we will be there. And for everyone watching on YouTube, go subscribe to the audio version, Silver Screen Breakdowns on Apple, on Spotify, and everywhere that you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
And, let them know.
So I'm Nelson Tynes signing up, and you can find me on YouTube. I have I have a channel there. You can see my acting demo reels, some montages of a series of films I've been in, and then a montage, a series of commercials I've done for the advertisers. And you can find me on Instagram, Nelson Tynes _. Follow me and I'll follow you back.
Yeah. Peacock, let them know.
I am the Neon Peacock. You can find my stuff at neonpeacockmerch.com. That's neonpeacockmerch.com. A lot of cool Halloween stuff still there, available on sale. $14 t-shirts, 30% off the entire site, prints, all the artwork, cool things like the stuff that you see behind me, and much, much more, including fantasy football player nicknames, fantasy football related things and things to, related with the channel. I got to get some SSB shirts going. We'll see what we can do with that. But go check that stuff out, guys. Appreciate it.
There we go. All right. And we will see you tomorrow for anyone following for fantasy football. And we'll see you guys next week for Scream.
Football.
All right.
Scream.
Appreciate you, Nelson. Appreciate you, Peacock. We'll see
Nelson.
everybody later.
Thank you, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
Picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.